Welcome back. If you are a seafood lover, you already know about Fisherman's Market. They set up shop in Kamloops a little earlier in the year near the Winners Complex, closer to Summit Gourmet Meats, I believe. Here's the location. You can see it right here. I do believe it is right next to the Gourmet Meats and the vegetable store. We might get a close-up here of some of the workers. Nelson, Kelowna, Kamloops. This is where they've got their 3 stores. It sounds like they're on the growing trend, though. So we have the owner today joining us, Corey Signer, and he is going to talk to us a little bit about the concept behind Fisherman's Market. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, so you guys set up shop, I think even earlier than I realized. You said February of this year.
February was our opening month for Kamloops.
And how's it been going? What's the demand been like? What's the response?
We've been very fortunate. It's a very sophisticated city, Kamloops. There's been no fish shop here. So it's been very easy to attract a lot of people. We maintain a very high quality of product. We were all fishermen ourselves and fishmongers our whole lives. So we get our products direct to the source and we bring them to the people, and it's been very responsive. We're very lucky.
So you're a fisherman at heart.
I was born and raised in the West Coast fishing industry, and here I am cooking for you today.
So are you from Vancouver originally then?
I'm from Vancouver.
And so you had this thought, and you've opened up these stores, and people are loving it. What do you guys do differently? What do you offer? I mean, we're doing a little cooking on the show, so we'll get started in a second, but what kind of things do you guys offer?
We offer everything off West Coast waters, anything you can imagine, from halibut to salmons to sablefish. I think what we do differently is with our connections, because we grew up in the industry, a lot of it's family-based, we buy direct from the source and we get you the best possible quality. The people that are in our stores, if you've ever been in one of our stores, these very trained staff. We hire very seasoned veteran people. We fillet everything by hand. We do old school stuff, and we bring it right to the plate.
And people love old school. We are going to cook up some salmon today, so we're going to get some tips. I'm always a little bit wary of cooking with seafood because sometimes I'm afraid I'm going to overcook or over season it, over spice it. So take it away. We're doing salmon. What are we adding to it?
Okay, well, I'm here today to show all of you that if a fishmonger like me can cook a beautiful seafood dinner in under 10 minutes, anybody can do it at home. Anything we do here is always under 10 minutes. It's a quick, easy meal. Today we're going to do pan-seared Pacific wild salmon, and we're going to do that with a orange basil beurre blanc sauce. It sounds fancy, and believe me, it is, but it's something that we're going to do with 6 ingredients, under $6 a plate, under 10 minutes. It's important to have really fancy, really good food on your plate. It's also important for me and my partners. We have big families. It's important to keep your costs down. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well.
Well, let's get started. I don't want to run out of time on the cooking front of things. We've got some oil already in the pan, I see here.
Oil's in the pan.
Yep.
I just use an olive oil. The key to pan searing and keeping your fish really moist, get the pan nice and hot. We're just going to grab a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to season one of our portions here. And we are going to go into the pan. Now, hopefully, you can hear that sound. That sizzling sound is the sound of success in your pan. This is going to be the difference between a phenomenal salmon dinner and a not phenomenal salmon dinner. I think the #1 issue people have when they're cooking seafood is I overcook my fish.
Oh, I totally have done that.
It's dry,
yes.
And it's now not as successful as you wanted it to be. I will tell you the surefire trick to cooking it. You can see it in the raw form here on camera. It's going to turn a pink and flaky color as it cooks. If you're finding that it's just a little bit raw in the middle, pull your fish. Get it off. It's going to finish on your plate, and it's going to be perfect and moist. If at any time, whether you're barbecuing, baking, pan-searing, it doesn't matter. If at any time you say, I'm going to give it another couple minutes, you've overcooked your fish, get it off the plate.
Good to know.
Absolutely. So we've got a nice sear going on here. We're going to give this salmon a little bit of a flip. You're going to notice when we flip it over, it's going to have some nice browning on it. That's a caramelization. That's where all the flavor is. It's also locking in all of our juices. We're cooking on an element stove today, and it's extremely hot, as you can tell. But that's good. Fish is meant to cook fast. It's meant to pan-sear fast.
Right.
Today we're using a wild coho salmon. This is caught out of the Queen Charlottes.
Nice.
Again, this is fish we get boat direct, right off the boats. The quality is phenomenal. This is a staple item this winter at all 3 locations of the Fisherman's Market. The quality is unbelievable. You've got sockeye and spring as well, or kind of your higher end. This would be about a $4 to $5 portion. So you're having a really nice dinner, you're cooking for your wife, it's whatever you guys want, it's still a really good plate cost. We also offer pink salmon and silverbright salmon. It's two other species that are caught off the coast. They're not as popular or familiar, but we get really good quality on those. And if you're feeding a family, you can still get all the omega-3s that you need, and you can do it for $2 to $3 a portion. So here we go. We've got this salmon's ready to go. You're gonna cook a fillet this size for about 2 to 3 minutes aside.
Okay.
We're good to go here. We're gonna pull this off. We're gonna plate this, and this is gonna finish off as we plate it. And we're gonna put that right on our bed of rice there. Now using the same oil and the same, you know, everything we had in the pan, all the nice fish juices and everything, we're gonna get a couple of tablespoons of fresh shallots. Now, fresh shallots are really just a very fancy onion. So you can use onion if you don't have shallots. You're just gonna sweat these in the pan for 30 seconds. Very, very simply. We're on a good high heat here, so this isn't gonna take very long.
That's good news, because I think we've got about a minute left, maybe.
We can do it in a minute.
No pressure
We
for
can
Corey
make it work.
here.
We got 2 tablespoons of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of white wine, and we're gonna make a reduction. A reduction, another fancy word in a restaurant. Everybody's scared to order it. All you're doing is reducing your liquid by half. All of this vapor is your liquid coming up. Your sauce is gonna thicken, and that is a reduction.
It
guys.
smells so good in here right now.
It does smell good, I know,
So
I'm
good.
starving. So we've reduced our liquid by about half.
Yeah.
And with our last 30 seconds, we're gonna make this work. A little bit of salt and pepper. And we are going to throw in a couple tablespoons of cubed butter here.
Yummy.
We're gonna pull it off the heat. We're gonna shut our heat off so we don't burn ourselves, because I burn myself constantly.
So do I.
This
I do
butter
too.
is going to melt, and it's gonna emulsify, which is essentially another fancy restaurant word for it's going to thicken your sauce, which we are doing right here. And we're gonna go in with a tablespoon of basil.
Nice.
We're gonna mix this sauce up. It looks fantastic. It
sure
smells
does.
delicious. That is a gourmet $36 plate for under $6. And I think we did that in 6 minutes.
We sure did.
We're gonna scoop that on here.
From the fishing boats to the kitchen, look at you go. You've become quite a chef, and it looks delicious. My mouth is watering. I'm sure people at home are thinking the same way. Corey, it's been a pleasure to have you on. I learned some great tips today about emulsifying and reducing and all of these
Big
things.
words, absolutely.
Yes, but we would like to have you back, and we look forward to more tips from you in the seafood world.
Hey, we would love to come back.
Fantastic.
If you guys liked it, you can take a look at our website. We've got lots of cooking videos, www.thefishermansmarket.ca.
Awesome. Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I go alive. I need to be free with you tonight.